Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas. And here it is, the last day of November already. You know, Christmas is just around the corner. And I want to remind you to send in those requests from your kids for presents that they want from Santa. And I'll be reading many of those on my daily posts. Well, today we're not going to do that. Today I want to tell you a little bit more about something I teased yesterday, and that's the song, I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. Now, the original tune was written by an English organist named John Baptiste Calkin. He wrote it for a processional back in 1848. Now the second version, which is a more somber sounding version, was written by Johnny Marks, the same person that wrote Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that we all know and love. Well, the first version was, I heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play. Second version, the one that was done by Johnny Marks, was a little bit more somber. It was, I heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play. So I'm sure you've probably sung both versions at one time or another. The words to I Heard the Bells were written by an American named Longfellow. I'm sure you probably studied Longfellow in school. If you didn't, you will before you get out. He wrote the words to I Heard the Bell on Christmas Day during the Civil War. Matter of fact, right at the end of the Civil War. Now that song actually had two more verses that he wrote that didn't make it into the versions that were done for songs because, well, they were getting kind of lengthy. And the words very much referred to the Civil War. I want to read you those two verses that are missing from the song. It's, then from each black accursed mouth the cannon thundered in the south, and with the sound the carols drowned of peace on earth, goodwill toward men. It was as if an earthquake rent the hearthstones of a continent and made forlorn the households born of peace on earth, goodwill toward men. So you can see the song was really a rather sad song written by a person who had a very sad life with various deaths within his family and various accidents. It really made it rather difficult for Mr. Longfellow. Well, that's our story for today. Don't forget about sending those requests from your kids in, and we'd like to read some of them. Saturday, we'll be going out to the Boy Scouts. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. For breakfast, that'll be from 8 to 12 on Saturday. And then after that, we'll be going over to a photo studio to take some pictures with kids and read all of their requests for Santa. Hope you'll join me again tomorrow. We'll have something else for you then.